It has been a hot minute since I did a dedicated Colourpop video, but here we are. I know this is Colourpop, okay, but it is like green and fuzzy. So if you just close your eyes, squint a little bit, look towards the light, and just imagine that this is the Grinch, okay? We are doing a little bit of like imagining tricks. This is the Grinch, and we are going to be playing with the Colourpop and the Grinch collection. And I have the full collection here. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I haven't done this. I don't even know the last time I did a dedicated Colourpop video. It's been a hot minute. It could be more than a year. I don't know why, but you know what? Today we're gonna do it. This is like a pink and green collection, so I'm gonna do two different looks. I'm gonna do one where I'm gonna lean more into the pink and sparkly, and then I'm gonna do one where I try to make the green in the palette stand out as much as possible. There is glitter, highlighter, lip products. We're gonna be trying out a little bit of everything, and I have a surprise for you. If I don't drop it. Colourpop, for some reason, send me a second one. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. This is a secret. This is between you and me. I have a second box, and if you stay until the end of the video, one of you will be able to win it. These two boxes are exactly the same. This is the PR box and has all of the items in it. The other one I didn't unpack, so it's gonna stay packed in with the things that keep the things from breaking. So I'll just ship the box as is and put somebody else's name on it. So like I said, we'll talk about that towards the end of the video. These plural, were sent to me as PR, and I do have a code with Colourpop, and you can use the code Angelica, and you will get 10% off your order at Colourpop. There are some exclusions, usually it's like bundles, but always try out the code at checkout, and you can see which products you can get some money off at. And if you do use my code, thank you so much for supporting my channel. It really does help out. Now, let's jump into the video. There are, like I said, a couple of different lip options. There is this swirl lip gloss kit. I think we're going to be using one of these, and then there are some lip kits that have one of these like clicky plumping sticks and a lip liner, and I think we're gonna do the light one that has a sparkly pink. So this got Cindy Lou on it. This is Pinky Who, and then there is a darker one that's called Berry Grinch, and I'm gonna keep this one, and whatever I'm not using, I'll put that in the giveaway pile. I'm actually planning to do a bunch of like surprise giveaway boxes for the Christmas season, so stay tuned because that is coming probably end of November, beginning of December. So we're going to be using this one today. There also is a Who Hash Glitterly Obsessed. It's one of these little glittery things. I think we're going to be using this one too. Maybe in that look that I said, the second one, where we're going to try a little bit more. Ooh, yeah, a little bit more pink and glittery. So yeah, we'll definitely dig into this one for look number 2. Then there are eyeshadow crayons. The eyeshadow crayons from Colourpop are, you know what? I think these are as good as a lot of the high-end versions that I have tried. Definitely, if you're into eyeshadow crayons, I think you should check out Colourpop's. I honestly think they're really good, especially the matte ones. They're a really good alternative. You definitely don't need to spend more. When it comes to the shimmery ones, I'm not always like impressed with them, but I think maybe we'll try these as well. Oh yeah, we'll try the pinky one. For the pinky look, it seems to be a warm pink with lavender shimmer in it. And maybe the other one, what does this look like? Oh, this is a taupe with some pinky in. You know what? Who knows? Maybe we'll have space for this one as well. But I thought for the second look, we'll try a couple of these other products. Then it is my absolute favorite product from Colourpop. Probably top 3 favorite makeup formulations and products of all time, which is the Super Shock Chic highlighters. This is the Change of Heart. So one is 2 sizes too small and one is grew 3 sizes. I love the Grinch. I love the book. I love the cartoon. I love the Jim Carrey version. I love all of it. Ooh, these look so good. Okay, so there is a pink. The pinky one is grew 3 sizes. My gosh, look at that. Okay, we're definitely using that one. The other one looks really beautiful too. It is more like a marbled white and beige. Looks really, really pretty too. I love Super Shock highlighters. Like I said, one of my favorite things. And we'll use the pink one. And then, of course, the last item in the collection is the How the Grinch Stole Christmas eyeshadow palette. This one is I want to say this is like a pink/burgundy palette with some pops of green in the middle. This one has a little bit of green shimmers in it, and this is like a vanilla shimmer or metallic that has a slight green tint to it. I can see that there are some green shimmers in there. So a couple of these shades look more prominent green, and then we have two that are a little bit green. So like I said, first look, I'm gonna play with these like burgundy shades and then the greens, and we'll take it from there. And then the second look, I'm gonna do something more pinky, mauvey, and glittery thingamabob. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's start with the highlighter and the lip set, and then we can zoom in and do the first eye look. I will leave information about all of this in the description box in case you are interested. I think this one is available at Ulta as well. I will leave that down below too. I'm gonna use a Cinch F07. I actually did this is my own brand, Cinch Beauty, and I actually did this brush specifically because I wanted it to work with Super Shock. So don't go like this. You take it like this, and you get it on the bristles like this, and then you go on the cheeks. Ugh. I'm all about this. And you get it on the side, and then you switch. And now you buff it in. Yeah, this is exactly what I know and love from the brand. Beautiful, pinky, gorgeousness. Obsessed. I'm gonna go over with the blush brush that I had before and just a little bit of the remnants of the blush to just blend everything in together, but it's giving glassy cheeks and I'm all about it. Let's do the Pinky Who lip kit for this look, and then I'll try one of those swirl glosses for the second look. I'm very excited. So I know from before, oh my god. I know from before with this formula that I think that this clicky stick, I think it's really good. It's not as goopy as some of the other ones, but it's not my absolute favorite one. But I do think they're really good. They're a little bit more on the tingly side, not necessarily hurting. My lips is gonna fall off. Then these lip liners, they're extremely creamy. For me, you know my preferences, they're too creamy for me. I don't think that this is the perfect lip liner to be precise with, but if you want something that's super creamy and almost is like a lipstick but thinner, you will like this formula. I like something that has a little bit more waxiness to it, so it actually does hold whatever you're putting on the lips inside of the lip. No bleeding, no budging. This one is just a smidgen too creamy for me, but with that being said, I know that means that it's going to be someone's favorite. You see what I mean? Like, it's just a little bit too creamy to be perfect for me. Because it's so creamy, it also is kind of hard to get it to fade without taking over the entire lip, but here we are. Okay, let's do the pinky sparkly one. This one holds together even more than I remember. Way to go, Colourpop. There are some formulas when you do this with the click up, it just kind of smears and becomes goopy and like forms in like valleys on your lips. Not a fan. Okay, that's actually a really, really cute combo. I like that a lot. That's nice. Welcome to my zoomed in face. I'm having a really good skin day today. Don't look at that one. That one is a rebel. We're not talking about that one, okay? We don't talk about Bruno. But the rest of my skin is cooperating. Okay, I jinxed it now. Watch me wake up tomorrow with like the actual plague on my face. But regardless, I want to play with these two and maybe this, I guess, and see where we can go. And then with the next look, I'm gonna, like I said, focus on more sparkle and glitter and not think so much about structure. me like questioning myself as I'm saying it. So I think I'm gonna start with this one. The text is really hard to read. Who's Sheer? Love it. I'm gonna do some Cinch brushes. This is the EO6. Love this one. EO6 and EO4, I have it here in front of me, are my two favorite brushes from Cinch. I am having a hard time doing my makeup without those two. Also, lately, I've been using the EO7 in every look because dang, that detailed brush really captured my heart. Okay, I'm already loving this. I'm gonna do a little bit of this in the crease. I'm gonna blend it out with that lighter pink that I pointed to, and then deepen it up with the darker burgundy And then we are gonna start working with the greens on the lid. Dang, this is nice. This is nice. I've been a little harsh towards Colourpop this year because I felt like some of the palettes that they produced, quite honestly, just weren't as good quality as I know Colourpop can do. But then this last Shrek palette, I was like, okay, I liked it. And so far, I mean, I've used one shadow, but so far, this matte as well, it's giving me the same feel as the Shrek one, which is, I like it. I like it. Let me actually do a pencil brush. This one has blue on it, which not the vibe I'm going for today. And I'll do the same shade under my eyes too. So this is the lighter pink shade. It's called Ribbons and Bows. Bows? Bows. Sometimes I get questions from people that are like new here, which if you are, hello, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. We are doing colorful, fun makeup and having fun and being creative with makeup several times every week here. But I do get a question asking, what's that accent? So this is the accent of someone who has English as their second language and sometimes gets confused. And for me, I've noticed, I mean, I have spoken English my entire life. I am from Sweden. That's my first language. I have noticed that the best way for me to realize which pronunciation is the correct one is to say it out loud and then choose between my options after hearing them come from my mouth. It doesn't always make for the most intelligent conversations, but it does help out. Can you hear the beeping in the background? Someone's like literally backing into a different zip code. Sir, are we done soon? Now that I've done the pink, I'm gonna go back to that burgundy again, just a little bit on the brush, and I am gonna blend again to layer and make sure that it is looking blended. This kind of sandwich effect really, really helps when you have a color that you don't want to get diluted by the pink. So I didn't want to start with the pink because then the burgundy would have been diluted by the pink the entire way. I just want it to be faded on the edge. So this kind of sandwich technique, doing the darker, doing the lighter, going in with the darker again, it helps keeping the dark shadow impactful and true to pan, but still getting a blended edge. So we're gonna do the Stink Stank Stunk, which is the even darker, almost like a brownie dark burgundy, and I'm gonna use that to deepen up even more. Just a little bit out here to get it to be as deep as possible. I did have, you can see here, the edge turned a little darker where I blended. I don't know what that is about. It could be me, it could be the palette, it could be the color combos. It's one of the mysteries of our time. You know what I want to do? I want to put, this is one of my, if you're ordering from Colourpop, get this one. This, I have two favorite things from Colourpop, but that's not the highlighters, which are these two eye pens. It is Prance, and this one is called Charmer, right? Yes, this is Charmer. Those two eye pens, incredible. And this Charmer is going to be perfect for this look. Because look at that. That is the perfect look for this, like color for this look. Definitely this one, 10 out of 10, no notes. Okay, with the eye look, this is incredible. Honestly, you could put one of these like lighter sparkly shades on the lid, and that's like a burgundy look for like a holiday party for sure. But we are gonna play with these two greens here. Let me see if I can get a good flat brush. You see this one has some colors from it from yesterday when I was doing my makeup. So this one is called Cuddly as a Cactus and Mr. Grinch. Love it. This is the dark green. I am going to be spritzing these because I already have some mattes on, and when you spritz the shadows, you do get them to be a little bit more opaque on the lid, and they also stick where you put them so that you can be a little bit more precise with them and you get less fallout. It just makes the shimmers a little bit easier to work with. It's not always, it's not always a preferred method, but if you want to get precise and you want to get opaque, I do recommend it. I'm gonna do a little bit of the mattes. I blended them together on the brush here on the edge, just to blend them together and get a little bit of a gradient. But that is looking really cool. Okay, now we're gonna go in, if I can find the brush. Hello, sir. We're gonna go into the light green, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Ooh, is this a Super Shock? Okay, I think the light green is a Super Shock because, like, look at how it moves around. You see that? Like, I can like move the shadow around. So yeah, that was a Super Shock shadow, so that's good to know. I mean, you've already seen some swatches, but as I am filming this, I haven't swatched the palette yet. Okay, I will say, on the... Oh my god, this is almost too smooshy. You know, Colourpop, I don't know about this. I don't know about this one. On the website... Oh my gosh, I'm out of focus. On the website, these swatches look very different, I will say, than how I'm seeing the palette now that I have it in front of me. I'm just gonna put that out there. That does look really cool though. That's a really cool look. So I think I'm gonna try a little bit of the one I said was like a vanilla. Mr. Crumpet. These shiny texts are like sending me. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of this here. Yeah, that's the one. I just wanted to get a little bit of shimmer down here, but I wanted it to be lighter. Yep, this is perfect. And then I'm gonna do Merry Very. This one, the matte, almost like powdery pink. Ooh, this is actually one of my favorite formulas from Colourpop, which is their pastel mattes with a little bit of shimmer in them. Love them. Colourpop is extremely good at that formula. As you can see, very pigmented, super beautiful. I'm just putting that in the inner corner, and I can see myself like having a hair on my nose. And that is it. You know what? I think it looks really good. Way to go, Colourpop. This pretty much turned out the way I thought it was going to turn out. I will say I'm very impressed with how deep and pigmented the mattes are, because I will say a couple of the mattes from Colourpop, not the Shrek palette, but a couple of other palettes, have felt a little weak and a little dry. This one definitely built. There is some grip to it. You can definitely build it. You can get it dramatic. I'm all about it. So now it is time for the second look. And like I said, we are going to be diving in. I'm going to change to one of these glosses, and we are going to be diving in to some of these other products as well, plus some of the pinks from the palette. I'm not 100% sure yet what kind of look I want to do, but something less dramatic than this, even though I will say, you know, this is my aesthetic. I love this. Okay, I'm back. I did put on a different lip liner. This is Ambitious Ash. It's from my own brand, Cinch Beauty. That is upside down, baby. It is from my own brand, Cinch Beauty, and this is a light, cool toned taupe, because I want to do something light. I don't know if I want to do the pink or the brown. Let's open this one up. I'm probably only going to keep one of them. The red one I'm going to be giving away. I do love a red gloss though, but now I'm like, do I want to do brown or do I want to do pink? You know what? I did the pink the other one. I'll do the brown one for this one, and we can see how it looks. I will say this swirliness, very pretty. Smells like fudge. Literally like butterscotch. Ooh. That's nice. I would say that this is a light beige with a slight peach, like a warm peach undertone. And I did want to have like a cool toned liner to make it look a little bit like a contoured shadow. And I think that looks really good. Okay, let's go into the palette. I want to work around this color here. This one is called, holy bananas, Who Puddin'. And it is like a mauve color with some shimmer in it. And I am feeling that color. And I am going to be using the EO4 that I used before. I'm just going to take off some color on my Sigma color switch. And I'm kind of going to be working with that one out here in the corner and in the crease. And probably a little bit on the lid too. Again, this is going to be more a blown out, like sparkly look. So I'm not going to do it super dark. I might do on a even more fluffy brush if I can find one. This one, this is an EO3. I might even do the beige. Or maybe this one, this beige. It is called Max. I might do just a little bit in the crease. With that one, you can see I'm not picking up too much. Just to buff out. This is the perfect brush for like just buffing a little bit and just softening this up. Because like I said, it's not going to be super structured. We're going to be doing a little bit more blown out look. I'm going to use that same Max shade under my eye to keep it a little bit more beige under here. And then at the end, I'm going to deepen this up with the more detailed EO7 brush and the darker reddish brown. I'm going to do a little bit of a, like almost like a wing detail, but we will do that at the end. Because right now, I just want to smudge a little bit. Just a little bit like that. Okay, this is where we're gonna go in because we have these crayons. And I think what I'm gonna do for this look is the more pinky one. So I think I'm gonna, what am I doing? I think I'm just gonna paint it on. Like that. Oh, and maybe use a little bit of that EO4 brush and just buff on the edges. As you can see with this, it's not a super impactful result, but there's definitely something going on. Let's actually try the other one just a little bit on the lower lash line. I'm really curious because it seems to be a taupe with some pink shimmer in it. Yeah, I definitely see a little bit of pink shimmer in it. This could be such a good like neutral everyday staple for a lot of people actually. I actually don't hate how that looks. As someone who doesn't love neutrals, I still understand who, like I understand who these are for. Let's dig into at least one of these shimmers. I'm thinking maybe this one. And just, again, I don't want to do a lot. We are just going to do a little bit. And this one is called Stolen Stockings. And we are just going to do a little bit in the middle. Oh yeah, this one has a little bit almost like a greeny gold sheen to it too. And I'm just doing that as a halo. That actually looks, you know what? Again, I'm trying to do something softer and just sparkly all over. I might even do a little bit of the same pinky matte shade that we had in the first look. Just a little bit in the inner corner to get that like brightness. That's really cute. Okay, let's go into the sparkly shade, the Who Hash. I am gonna, ooh, it comes with this little lid that you should definitely save, and this is what it looks like. I mean, you've already seen some kind of a swatch. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a flat brush. So this is the EO9, this is from my brand. This has some color on it. This one is great if you, oh my God. This one is great if you want to have something like this that you need to like flatten down. So I'm gonna take this on my brush and I'm gonna do a little bit out here. Oh, there are some stars in here. Oh, do you see that? There are like stars. Oh, that's cute. So yeah, I'm just gonna, in the temple and down, I'm just dipping my brush and down on the cheekbone. And a little bit in the outer corner. So we have this like really glittery, like I said, I want this to be like a little sparkle all over. I feel like it's somewhat even, right? I'm gonna let this dry down. And this one does dry down and stays on, by the way. And let me see if I have a good pen that I can do in a waterline. I do have the white one. I think it's called Exit, yeah. Let's actually do that one. So the last thing we're gonna do with this detail brush is we're gonna take this color here, the dark reddish brown, and we're gonna do just a little bit on the outer corner. And just make a small, tiny wing. Nothing dramatic, just like literally that. Just the smallest little thing. I think that's gonna make a great just added difference to the look. So I got a little bit more of a wispy, flirtier, like not as dramatic lash on, and I think it looks so good. So this is a very non-me look. I like deep, dark, dramatic, but I gotta say, like, look at that. Look at how cute that is. I need to do more looks like this, where it's like fun and sparkly, but it doesn't have to be as deep. And I keep forgetting that there are different ways to work with shimmer and glitter and different kinds of accessories, and this look definitely did remind me of that. And I really wanted to show you two very different looks with this collection. Let me know which ones were your favorite. My favorite for sure is the highlighter. I mean, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Definitely my favorite, the highlighter. I mean, I can tell you right now, it is what it is. I will say, this gloss, very comfortable. I did like the other lip color too. Really, really beautiful. The palette, you know what? I like it. I think it's really nice. Colourpop did release 2 good palettes back to back, and I'm excited about that. So let's talk about the extra box that I got. Like I said, there is just an exact same PR box. Oh my God. This is how they packaged. This is what we get when we get PR. It looks like this. All the items are in here. And I will just ship out as is. I will leave a pinned comment down below where there will be a Google form to fill out. You fill out the Google form, you let me know your address and how to contact you, and I will randomly pick a winner from that Google form. So all you have to do to enter the giveaway is to be subscribed to my channel. You have to be publicly subscribed. I will leave a link to how you make sure that you are publicly subscribed as well. It's also going to be in the pinned comment. And then leave a comment on this video, fill out the Google form. If you want to help out a little bit more, please like the video. Maybe follow me on Instagram. I will leave a link to that down below. I'd love to see you on my Instagram too. And then I will pick someone from the Google form that left a comment that is subscribed to my channel that will win this PR box, and I will send it out as is to the winner. All the details about the giveaway, how long it's open, all of those things will be in the pinned comment down below. Let me know what you think about this collection. Is this a favorite? Is this something that you're looking for? I am excited to see this kind of collab coming into the holiday season. I'm actually excited that it's being released now so that you're able to get the things to use for the holiday season as well. I think that that is really helpful for the brand as well. And then you'll be able, like I said, to get it in Ulta as well. If you're ordering from Colourpop, don't forget to use a code. You don't have to use my code, but use a code and get a discount when you're ordering from the Colourpop website. I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day, and I will see you really, really soon in a new video.